Hello, I am Dr. Steven Steinberg, the Values Doctor. I am the dentist with Parkinson's disease. I share with you my quest to answer the question, in the presence of life's challenges, how can we achieve happiness? I can help you overcome those challenges using a set of 9 prescriptions to guide you along your path to happiness. Today, we will focus on path prescription number 7. The second prescription for acting on purpose. It is travel along the sacred path of serving others. Simply put, act with love. Through our acts of love, we can transform parts of our universe from ordinary to extraordinary. We can fill the darkness of space with the light of love. Through our acts of love, we can connect to the hidden God, the power and loving greater than ourselves, and bring him back. Love heals. H-E-A-L-S. It helps empower acts of loving service. The best definition of love that I have ever come across is that of M. Scott Peck in his classic book, The Road Less Traveled. Peck states, "I define love thus: the will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth." Wow. Let's take the definition apart, analyze it, and then put it back together. In other words, apply whole, parts whole. Love is the will. Love is an act of will. Your will is your power to choose your own actions. Freedom of will implies freedom of choice. It is the power of control that your mind has over your actions. We choose to love. Love is a verb, an action word. Love is service to others. The love we refer to here is a value, not a feeling. For many people, love is only a feeling over which they have no control. They fall in love. They claim that they just can't help themselves. In other words, they are a victim of love. Like any victim, they become a slave to their victimizer. They lose themselves in the other person. Most importantly, they lose their ability to make independent choices based on values. The problem here is that they let the feeling of love precede loving action. There's nothing wrong with a feeling of love. However, feelings must remain secondary to values. You must climb the ladder of learning. Feelings must be processed through your beliefs, knowledge, wisdom, and your soul. Loving feelings are what follow from loving actions and acts of service. Love is a conscious choice that we make to act on purpose. The definition continues: to extend oneself. Love is difficult. It requires significant effort and work. Most of all, love requires time, which is a significant and limited resource. Relationships don't simply happen. They require nurturing and care. Love is risky. After exerting much effort, you are always at risk that you will not be loved back. Rather than healing from your human wounds, you take the risk. There is the possibility that by falling in love, one can become even more broken. The definition continues: for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's, it is important to love yourself as well as others. Human beings have self-awareness. We have souls. We can judge our actions. We can command ourselves to change by decision and will. So, the first other that we must serve is ourselves. One can't serve water from an empty pitcher. One must fill one's pitcher first. Once that is done, then you can serve others. The same concept holds true for the oxygen mask that drops in front of you on a plane. You must put a mask on yourself first, then on others. You can't help others if you have no oxygen. The definition concludes, for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. Love is acting on purpose. The purpose of love is not to feel good. Rather, it is for spiritual growth that comes from serving others. It is only through spiritual growth, through your path to happiness, that you can heal from your human condition. Life is growth. Spiritual life requires spiritual growth, which in turn requires thinking and acting on purpose. By loving, serving, and connecting to others, you empower the spiritual growth that leads to the achievement of happiness. Now, let's put the definition back together. Parts to whole. Love can be defined as the will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing your own or another's spiritual growth. Love is a purposeful choice that is difficult and risky. Its purpose is to achieve spiritual growth and healing for ourselves and others, both at work and at home. Spiritual healing leads to happiness. Shalom. Here's to your happiness.